I've been walking with the Lord for 27 years. And I remember the ditch of legalism. That I was kind of birthed into a church that was everything's about to send you to hell. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yep.
Watching the TV was a one-eyed demon, and then the baseball game could compromise your faith, and then a birthday party, with Stevie Wonder playing could make you backslide, and
I'm so sad to hear that. See, I never experienced that.
Yeah. I
was raised Catholic, so I never experienced that.
Oh,
but God go ahead. I want you to share more because I want to hear your heart. I want to hear your pain.
No. That was my first 24 months, and so I just remember thinking, I need to die very soon, while I'm still on fire, because if I stay in this world long enough, the fire is gonna start to dwindle, and then I'm going to be backslidden, and because I can't hold on. Well, it's legalism. There's nothing to hold on to. You're in a ditch, right? There's no way out of it. Yeah. And then when I did come up for air, as it were, I just remember the love of God and this reverential fear.
Yes.
I compare it to my relationship with Charles Edward Ross. That's my daddy. Okay. So I was born in Inglewood, California. My older brother is 10 years older than me. He founded a gang in LA. My mom worked for the LAPD. My dad worked for the Postal Service. So I grew up in the hood, right? Crack epidemic in the 80s, Reaganomics, the whole nine, right? So what I remember is because my brother was an OG in the gang he was in, I didn't have to get jumped into the gang, because if you want to get in the gang, you got to get beat up to get in. It's blood in, blood out, right? So we're going to draw blood to get you in. We draw blood to get you out. Well, he's an OG. I got walked on the set. That just means if your brother, we'll go to mob language. If the Don says you're in, right? You ain't got to go shoot somebody, stab somebody, piano wire somebody. You're just in. So I was in for 7 days. Those 7 days proved to the gang, you're not supposed to be here. And here's why. I was afraid of my daddy's belt. Charles Edward Ross.
Wow.
Put more fear in me, not scared fear, but I had a reverential fear of my father. I knew that being in a gang is so diametrically opposed to his will for my life. This was at a young age.
Wow.
That after 7 days, the gang kicked me back out. They were like, you're clearly not supposed to be here. You're not drinking. You ain't smoking no weed. You ain't ditching school. And I'm like, I'm down to be down with the gang, but not at the expense of being disconnected from my father.
This is such a good illustration.
And so I literally was expelled from the gang. The gang spit me back out. They were like, thank you for your service, right? 7-day gang member. And I'm back out. And because I never wanted to break my father's heart. So after those 2 years of legalism, and I came back up to the surface, John, I realized that I'm not going to do something I really desire as a temptation, but not do it because I'm going to go to hell. I don't want to break my dad's heart.
So I said just this morning on a podcast with Rebecca, I said, Rebecca, there are people that are scared to disobey God. I said, that's okay. I said, but when you really deeply love him, you're terrified of disappointing him.
Yeah, dude. That's it. That's it for me. That's it for me.
And that's a lot stronger than the fear of punishment.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. For both of my boys, Nathan and Noah, I've spanked them, right? Because they've done some stuff that was worth spanking.
I gotcha.
But at 14 and 12 now, they'll be 15 and 13 this year. My disappointment in them wrecks them, it wreaks havoc on them mentally.
I've noticed that with my own sons.
Yeah. They're
Yes.
like, my dad's disappointed. And they can feel the separation.
Yep. Yep.
It's not me cutting them off. They just feel I don't have that closeness. I don't have that connection to my dad. He's real short with me. And not from a manipulative, angry place, but we don't have a lot in common right now.